In a dementia unit, there are no positive life goals or extensive holiday plans being set. Being positive is all about being kind, considerate and caring to each other, and not negative, which is all about being angry and mean and nasty. So being positive, giving respect and being kind is top of the list in a dementia facility. If a dementia resident is kind and caring, and especially if the males are, because the majority being women, so they love to see men that are kind and caring, then they can shoot up high to the top of the list, even if they are not a very good communicator, which they have to be generally to be a leader of the group. But if they're kind and caring to the sick, unwell woman, even the men that have a bit of a stammer and a stutter can rise up in the ranks. So to give you an example of this, there was a man at one of the dementia facilities I worked at. He was a lovely guy, tall, broad-shouldered, pleasant, and very kind to the women, especially the unwell, sick ladies. He'd sit with them for hours. When he initially came, he was very depressed, very down, and we really didn't think he was going to get out of it. But sitting with the unwell, sick women and giving them solace really seemed to help him and pick him up, but a little bit. But he still had the stammering and the stuttering, but you could see he was a really good observer. He was always looking around to see what help the other people needed. He was very sort of community focused and had that sense of good-heartedness and charity. Once or twice he did try and speak up in the group and have his say, but the intelligent woman who tended to be a bit acerbic, especially one of them, tended to sort of shout him down a bit, which was mean on her part, and sort of he withdrew into his shell. But his confidence actually picked up in time because the staff were very good to him, the unwell women were very grateful, and all the other women could see that he was being kind and considerate to the other residents when others weren't really making so much effort. So this one woman sort of lost her ruling power, if you like, in terms of shouting him down when he spoke. And actually, she became a bit more lenient in time, even herself, because she was beginning to observe as well that he was particularly charitable, and a lot of the women were receiving help from him. So once the group, plus this, the more acerbic woman, backed down and allowed him to speak, his confidence picked up quite quickly. And when he spoke, he was so compassionate, actually, and so on board with the team and wanting to see the dementia residents thrive and become unified and work as a team and work as a unit, and we're going to get there, we're going to make it, we can think a lot more than what people think, we can think, we can break through this, we can be an example. He was just a really big motivator, and he always used to say, look, we can think, we like to think. And that was his main message, actually, the whole way through. And with the group, we can think and we like to think, and people will learn from us. So he used to have these little soliloquies or speeches to the group, and actually the group really began to enjoy it. And his stammering and his stuttering completely faded away. His confidence was lifted. He'd only speak when he had something decent to say. He wouldn't ramble on. It was really potent, powerful material, and it was inspiring. And he did inspire the group, and the other dementia residents who were leaders before him, the one male and the two women, they tended to go to the sidelines and let him speak when he did, because he had so much power and authority. He used to stand up tall, short, broad shoulders. He'd been a public speaker in his day for Toastmasters and the Lions, so he did know how to speak when he could get his speech under control, and he really helped the unit. The other residents really came out of their shell when he started to speak in the way that he encouraged them. So I've written about these stories in these two books, The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise. both on Amazon and on my website, description below. Ebook, soft cover, and hard cover. So thank you for your comments and your likes, and please subscribe.